Hello, hello. Hello, hello, Whiskey Cactus here. You're back. Back with Storytime Hour. Because we're doing a door. You know what that means? That means a lot of fucking reading. Is what it means. Let me pull up my doors list. We're doing, what is it, Star Door 8. I think is how we're gonna kick this off. That's Olivier and Mueller. So let's make sure we've got them on the team. What button? That button. That's the button. Okay, Olivier.
You're right, please.
Yep, and Mueller. Yeah. Okay, so they're on the team. We're gonna go to Star Door 8. Playful Minstrel and his closest ally. There we go. Alright, this one I'm intrigued by because I know, from what I remember, this has a lot of stuff that's going to reference Cold Steel. So, let's pay close attention to this, and then maybe have our notebooks ready so that we can write down some notes that we're gonna keep in our notebooks so that when we stream Cold Steel in 2.5 years, we'll be able to refer back to our notes. Let's open the door. This is going to take the first hour of the stream, probably. I'm only partially kidding. Here we go. Let's see what this is all about. As far as that spider boss, I've got some possible ideas. We'll deal with that maybe later. Shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Here we go. So let me check off Star Door 8. We'll get to that in a second. Let me just do this right quick. Check, check. Control S. There we go. All right. 1 month after the collapse of the Liber Ark, the banquet to celebrate the crisis's successful resolution was over, with Estelle and her friends having largely left the capital to go elsewhere. One of them, however, Prince Olivert Rize Arnor, sat rather comfortably in the ambassador's office in Gransel's Erebonian embassy, his work in the country not quite settled. I can't believe that my deepest apologies for not noticing that you were His Highness Prince Olivert sooner. Yep. Jail. You're going to jail. Oh, I'm not surprised you never realized. I may be a prince, but my mother was a commoner. What point is there in bothering to remember my face? It's important to note. He is not the child of the current empress. It's not as though I often showed myself in the palace or attended high society gatherings. Knowing me certainly isn't going to help you in moving up in the ranks, my friend. There's no need to be so humble, Your Highness. Besides, I'm actually rather grateful to you, Ambassador. You gave me all kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy that I'm sure will be to my benefit in the future. Well-meant words such as act like a man of the Empire for once in your life, and stop idling here, go home, and try doing some damned work. Your Highness, Your Highness, I think you've tormented him enough for one day. The ambassador behaved in the same way any other sane man would in his position. If anything, I'd say he has every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from him for so long. But Mueller... I suppose you're right. I'll spare him any more teasing for now. I actually wasn't joking about being grateful to you, though. You truly have done admirable work over the past month. Acting as a pipeline with the Empire, checking the safety of Erebonians residing in Liberl, helping the international liner service to resume. Those are only the tip of the iceberg. You've done so much more. You have my deepest thanks as a prince of the Empire. I am not worthy of such praise, Your Highness. You, however, deserve the utmost, and Jesus, man, everybody loves everybody. Braving the danger you did flying up to the Liber Ark. All of what happened seems to have caused quite the commotion in our homeland. Yeah? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, fucking bet. People seem to be rather relieved now that they know the danger is past. It's all thanks to your courage that they are able to rest easy. Now, there's no point in flattering me, Ambassador. Just did what I could, nothing more, nothing less. And I couldn't have done anything alone. All I was able to accomplish was thanks to the help of those around me. Fairly removed from the stereotype of Erebonians as stern, strong, and self-sufficient, if I do say so myself. As rude as it may be to agree, perhaps you're correct. And yet, I believe your willingness to be flexible most definitely helped rather than hindered you here. I believe people like you are exactly what the Empire is going to need in the future. Regardless of how I may feel about His Excellency the Chancellor's approach. What's that about, Ambassador? Well, this is a surprise. I was under the impression that you supported the Chancellor. Then again, you are a noble. Does that lead you to oppose his reformist policies, perhaps? I may be a noble on paper, but I'm only a baron. All in all, I generally fall in favor of his reformist policies. Be that as it may, while this may just be the result of being in Liberl for so long and being influenced by the ways of its people, I do sometimes find myself becoming frightened by his hardline approach. Can't help but wonder exactly what direction he's trying to take our old nation. Well, I have a feeling that we're going to find out over the course of the next, I don't know, 10 games? Something to that effect. Interesting. Your Highness? I was just thinking that I'm quite glad to have taken the chance to engage in such fruitful talk with you just before departing the country. Pray you will continue doing all you can to ensure the peace of Liberl and surrounding nations while I'm gone. Preferably in cooperation with Ambassador Cochrane. Yes, let's not forget her, I suppose. Still, it's true that since the Non-Aggression Pact was signed, there's been some progress with regards to the Crossbell problem. The Crossbell problem. And given that it was Liberl who proposed said pact, that makes my role in future negotiations very important indeed. Presume that is what you were trying to say. You're a sharp one, my good man. Excellent. Now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease. Leave everything here to me, Your Highness. I'll be looking forward to hearing what you achieve back in our homeland. Indeed. This truly is a country like no other. Never thought the day would come when I would hear things like that from a noble of the Empire. Indeed, he's apparently somewhat less of an obstinate man than I thought he was. Perhaps this nation's very air has the power to genuinely change people. Seems to have had an effect on you, too. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more smiles from you these days than I used to. Than I used to. I'm loath to admit it, but that may well be true. Still find myself wishing that you would learn from Liberlian's dignity and sense of restraint, however. Two qualities you don't particularly possess in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites. You say that, but these qualities are the only weapon that I have. I don't... Well, you have your loot, right? You use that, like, as a machine gun in your battles and stuff, right? That's your S-Craft? That's a weapon, plus you have a gun. I don't have much that will allow me to compete against the Chancellor. I need to use what little happens to be tucked in my corner as best I can. Compete against the Chancellor, he says. That is important to kind of set up the lines, maybe. We've got the Chancellor versus Olivier. Have there been any changes to our plans? None. We should be able to proceed as arranged. 3 days ago, the Chancellor left the capital on a tour of eastern Erebonia. Tomorrow you'll be returning there aboard the Arcee, while he's still out in the east. All those who need to be made aware of our return have been given proper notice. Your arrival in Erebonia will make a real impact, of that I am certain. Potential obstructions to the plan are there at present. Nothing major. There have been some movements in the Intelligence Division's 4th subdivision, but not much. There's a chance that everyone is being cautious because the Arcee is involved. but I'd put greater odds on the idea that everyone is just treating this as a pompous performance by you and not taking it seriously. Well, they'd be right too, it is. I have no choice but to start here, even if this means I have to use Liberl. And if I'm going to put on a show, why not put on the finest one the skies have ever seen? Suppose I can't argue that. Knock, knock. I don't remember what voice I gave him. I don't remember. Sorry to trouble you at this late hour, Your Highness. Message has arrived from you from Heimdall. What would you have me do? Really? Alright, come in. Pardon me. Ooh, well, if it isn't Lecter. Now, where have we seen him before? I was wondering where you'd been. I haven't seen you all day. Been exceptionally busy with work since this morning, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to be able to come and see you earlier since you're leaving tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry for not being able to. Secretary Lecter, by the way. Oh, never mind that. If that work of yours is done now, we three could always enjoy some sensual quality time together for the remainder of the night. So what was the message from the Capital Secretary? They've acknowledged receipt of His Highness's message. However, they didn't anticipate that you may be able to arrive all the way from Gransel in less than half a day. As such, they're currently in a minor panic, trying to ensure everything's ready for the ceremony tomorrow. Doesn't come as a surprise, there's nothing like the Arcee when it comes to speed at home. How cruel you both are for so deftly ignoring my proposal. Although it sounds as though the stage will be set in time. Now I need to decide on an outfit that will leave everyone's jaws on the floor to sweeten my arrival. Perhaps a glistening coat and white loincloth will do the trick. It'd make a grand impact, alright. I almost wish I could go along and see it myself. Please don't encourage him. You show remarkable promise for someone so young. What do you say to coming back on the Arcee with me? I'd welcome your company. Your work here in Liberl is just about done as it is, isn't it? Your offer's certainly tempting, but I'm afraid I have another job to take care of soon. What job? What you got going on, Lecter? Thought is appreciated, of course. Really? Well, that is a shame. Good luck with that next job of yours. Thank you. Well, if you'll excuse me. So we remember he was the guy that was the student with Chloe, right? We know that? We're not forgetting things. We wrote down in our notebooks. Lecter. Secretary Lecter, who's involved with Erebonian government stuff. So is that second Secretary Lecter Arundel? Is it safe to assume he's one of the chancellors? Almost definitely, yes. He came through Haken Gate on foot and took up his new position at the embassy a month ago. Right around the same time, we headed for the Liberarch, aboard the Arcee at that. There's no way that could possibly be coincidence. No, it couldn't. Most likely possibility seems to be that he's part of the intelligence division. We're writing this in our notebooks, right? Just wanna double check that we're writing this in our notebooks. You sure you're not doing anything regarding him all... Are you sure not doing anything regarding him all this time was a good idea? Well, absolutely. We needed some way to find out what the Chancellor was up to, after all. Probably get some kind of reaction from the Chancellor through his reports at some point. Probably in about 2 weeks when the Chancellor's tour is finished. You planned that far ahead all along, had you? Well, in that case, I'll be sure that we're ready. I'll be counting on you, love. Oh? Something the matter? Not really, it's just that the moon has come out. What a beautiful full moon it is. It's quite beautiful. That is quite beautiful. Strange to think that this will be the last time we'll see the moon from here. Truth be told, I'm going to miss it. Well, looks like putting a smile on your face a little more often isn't the only thing Liberal's done for you. It's opened your eyes to life's natural beauty as well. But in all seriousness, we'll just have to do all we can to be able to come back and see it again one day. While we're both still alive. Indeed. Yeah? Indeed. The next morning. We've got Prince Olivert, we've got Cassius, we've got Chloe, we've got Her Highness. Sorry, Her Majesty. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you both for your generous hospitality during my stay in your fine kingdom. You were even gracious enough to humor my brazen request of escorting me back to Heimdall aboard the Arcee. This debt I owe you will be repaid many times over in the future, rest assured of that. You needn't think of this as anything we went out of our way for. Escorting an honored state guest back home is a matter of course, particularly a guest to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude. If you ever have the opportunity, please do come back to Liberl again in the future. I imagine Estelle and Joshua will be back by then too, so we'll all be able to give you a nice warm welcome. I'm already excited for my next visit. Have they left the country yet, by the way? Busy just getting ready to leave over in Roland at the moment, I believe. Planning to see them off when the time comes. I see. Incidentally, while the ruins of Hamel are currently sealed off, I'll do what I can on my end to ensure they are allowed inside. Could I trouble you to pass that along to them? Certainly. Thank you very much, Your Highness. I think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all they've done for me. I owe you a great deal too, Cassius. If not for your assistance, stopping that armored division from crossing into Liberl wouldn't have been as simple as it was. Could say the same to you. Still, as I'm sure you're aware, that outcome will have been well within the realm of possibility for the Chancellor. I doubt he was even surprised by the incident. Really? Most likely not. Erebonia had nothing at all to gain from using that situation to occupy Liberl. Certainly not to the extent that it would be worth going out of their way to develop inefficient steam tanks. Yeah, what's up with that? The only reason I can see for him doing what he did was a show of power to surrounding nations. Statement that even without orbital power, Erebonia's army could still act. I indeed suspect that was his true aim all along. Goodness. So you did notice. The orbital shutdown phenomenon was a complete unknown to the rest of the continent. Perhaps it might never occur again, but there's always the chance it might, whether it's here or somewhere else entirely. Here the Empire only built a relatively small number of those tanks in all, too, certainly not enough to launch a full-scale invasion. By the sounds of it, they were just put together in Reinford's factories. Reinford, we've heard that name before. Using parts intended for standard orbital tanks. But as it stands, the know-how to put together tanks like that only exists in the Empire. And in these unpredictable times, no other nation has the time or resources to try and develop extremely inefficient steam-powered weaponry. In a sense, because of what just happened, the Imperial Army's effect as a deterrent is even greater than ever. It's using war as a diplomatic tool, and very effectively at that. None of this had even occurred to me. I have a long way to go before I'm fit to be the ruler of this country. Don't beat yourself up too much about it. He's no ordinary foe to even the most hardened veterans. Chancellor always seems to be thinking several steps ahead of the rest of the world. It's impressive, no matter what we may think of his actual ideas. Quite the reckless fool to be trying to challenge him, if I do say so myself. Don't be silly, Your Highness. How you can say that with a smile on your face is utterly beyond me. You should focus on building yourself a strong foothold to begin with. Do hope you'll be careful. No matter what may occur, be sure not to lose sight of exactly where you stand. Of course, Your Majesty. If I were to go and bring shame upon myself now, I'd be wasting all the effort involved in escorting me back home. I'll be sure to take what you have said to heart. Excuse me, Your Majesty. No. Hilda, whatever is the matter? It's not often I see you so flustered. My apologies, your Majesty. It's just that a guest for you arrived all of a sudden at the castle. Oh. Ordinarily, I would not have rushed in while you were meeting with others, but the visitor is so irregular that I thought you should know at once. Irregular? How so? Sounds like it's about time I take my leave, then. Actually, the visitor said he would like to greet you as well, and not just Her Majesty. What? Hilda, just who is this visitor? Oh, who could it be? Well, he introduced himself as Chancellor Gileath Osborne of the Erebonian Empire. It's an honor to be granted a personal audience. I'm doing my best, man. All these voices sound way too similar. As it turns out, I'm actually not a voice actor. I don't know if you knew that about me. I am Gileath Osborne, representative of the Imperial Government. My apologies for the abrupt intrusion. I feel like they went, like, super deep on his voice, where they probably... he would have been more intimidating if he wasn't. Like, if he was, like, more... I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. But, no, they gave him a super deep voice. So you are Chancellor Osborne. And it's a pleasure to see you again as well, Your Highness. It's been a year since we last met, has it not? I hope these passing months have seen you well. Yes, a year sounds about right. Still, while I hope you'll forgive me for asking, just what did prompt someone of your stature to appear at the castle without warning? I'd very much like to hear your side of the story. My apologies, Your Highness. You see, these past few days I've been touring Eastern Erebonia on routine inspections. It's been going very smoothly, more so than I had initially anticipated. I had enough free time in my schedule to pay a cordial visit. Oh my, is that so? Naturally, I would have preferred to come here while the crisis was still unfolding, like you yourself did, Your Highness. Unfortunately, the confusion in southern Erebonia was simply too pressing a matter, and I had no choice but to deal with that first. This was the first chance that presented itself to come here and meet directly with Her Highness, so I acted with the utmost expediency. I hope you'll forgive my lack of proper decorum in failing to give advance notice of my arrival. That does make sense, at least. Regardless, please don't concern yourself with me. No doubt you wish to offer your greetings to Her Majesty. My thanks, Your Highness. There's Lecter. Well then, allow me to extend my most heartfelt greetings to both of you, Queen Alicia and Princess Claudia. It's abundantly clear that the crisis that unfolded here has been quite the ordeal for yourselves and for your nation's people. You have my deepest sympathies for the hardships you have endured, as well as my commendation for bringing the situation under control. I thank you for your kind words, Your Excellency. If anything, we should be apologizing to you for the fact that the southern side of your nation was caught up in what should have been our problem. We should be the ones going to you rather than having you trouble yourself to come all the way to Liberl. I beg you to accept our apologies together with my deepest thanks for coming here today. Oh, diplomacy. I would never ask for apologies. I've heard what happened was the work of a shadowy organization stirring up trouble within your borders. This fucking guy, man. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. While I meant well by sending a military force to aid you, I wouldn't have done something so careless had I known the truth of the matter. My actions were rash, foolish even, and I was rightfully reprimanded by His Imperial Majesty for them. Oh my. Fortunately, His Highness the Prince was able to act with all due haste to put right my misstep before even greater harm was done. I owe you a great debt of gratitude for that, Your Highness. And congratulations besides for your part in bringing an end to the crisis. Oh, I did nothing out of the ordinary. I had a lot of help from Her Majesty, Her Highness, and Brigadier General Bright here, too. Bright, you say? It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. I'm Cassius Bright, a Brigadier General in the Liberalian Royal Army. Ha-ha. Ha-ha, he says. He says, ha-ha. That, you don't need to write that one down. That's just a funny little coincidence. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. Your name is rather well known, even in the Empire. Not as much as yours is known here in Liberl, I would imagine. It's an honor to be able to speak with you in person. It's certainly a surprise to be able to, though. Coming here on a whim can't have been easy for a man as busy as yourself. It sounds as though I may have underestimated just how capable you truly are. Not at all. I was greatly impressed to see the Royal Army's effectiveness in dealing with the tumult here. Your forces have proven powerful yet flexible, capable of dealing with emergencies ably and decisively. I might go so far as to say it embodies an ideal that the Imperial Army, with its swollen ranks, could never hope to realize. You flatter us, Your Excellency. For your part, I hear you were responsible for the establishment of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division. We're writing this in our notebooks, right? We're writing that part down. I make sure that we're taking good notes for the test. Our army is in desperate need of a new one of its own, so I find myself quite envious. Haha. It almost sounds as though the two of us each want what the other has. Haha, so it does. May I ask, Your Excellency, what you will be doing now? For my part, I'm intending to leave Liberl today, so I'm afraid I won't be around much longer. Yes, so I've been told. I believe you're intending to make your grand arrival in Heimdall aboard the famous Arcee. I'm impressed you're already aware. I mean, Lecter's standing right there, right? Like they just talked about it with Lecter. Almost wish I could return to Erebonia on board it alongside you, but alas, I'm afraid I have other business demanding my attention after I'm finished here. I'll be leaving Liberl separately this afternoon. It is a shame. I would very much have liked to invite you to this evening's banquet. Please, you need not go to such troubles on my account. I feel as though I've put you out enough, showing up unannounced as I did, to say nothing of dining with such esteemed company. Still, I do have some time before the airship I'll be leaving on is due to depart. That being the case, might I ask for a little of your time, Your Highness? I have a few things I'd like to discuss with you personally. I mean, does she not recognize Lecter? I'm not sure. Very well. I have some matters I would actually like to discuss personally with you as well. What a fortuitous coincidence. Allow me to have a room arranged for the two of you to have your discussion, then. Hilda, if you would. Certainly, Majesty. Oh boy. I don't know, is it just me, or were things kind of like weirdly tense there? It's obvious that Her Majesty is quite the tea fancier, if this blend is anything to go by. The fragrance, the temperature, the taste. I'd be hard-pressed to find fault with any of it. I've always been more of a coffee man myself, but I have no doubt that I'd be content with a cup of this at my desk each morning. As much as I agree with you, I don't believe we're here to talk about beverages. So shall we get right to the point? What did you want to discuss with me? I see your sojourn in Liberl has proven most fruitful. Pardon? When we last spoke, you struck me as a bright, flexible young man, and no doubt you still are, but now I see I see in you a resilient inner strength girding those aspects. I'm sure His Majesty will be most delighted with your personal development. Meanwhile, I see you're the same fearless man I've always known you to be. More so, even. That crushing aura about you seems to have only grown with time. It's as if you feed on the resentment of those who live in the territories you annex. What a fucking line. Jesus. Oh, man. Dude. I don't know if I've mentioned, like, how much I actually really like Olivier Olivert. After Estelle, he's my second favorite character in the entire series. And it's the shit like this, and this is gonna get much more intense, I guess, as the series goes on. But, like, dude, he's picking a fight. He's picking a fight. And that's a bold fight. Such harsh words, Your Highness. Personally, I prefer the term political They always do. They always fucking do. They always do. Always. How many times? How many times have we been over this? Fire Emblem Awakening, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Tales of Exilia, at least 3 times. They always use the word unification. Always. Annex can carry such negative connotations, you know. Since the end of the 100 Days' War, our army hasn't committed a single act of aggression. All our unifications have been entirely peaceful. Oh, you're quite right about that. On the surface. Oh. It's amazing how similar the annexation process is every single time it happens. It starts with a small nation or independent state with an array of problems beyond repair. Those problems start to worsen, after which Jaegers and other dangerous elements enter, plunging public order to an all-time low. Desperate for a solution, the local government requests the help of the Imperial Army. Before they know it, they're part of the Empire. Well, it's not as though I can deny what you're saying. Each instance does share certain commonalities. Still, it's to be expected, an inevitable consequence of the age of unchecked growth and progress in which we live. The Imperial Army is simply acting in the Empire's best interests, helping to stabilize our neighbors for the good of the Empire. And it's understandable that they would. I do find myself rather curious why Intelligence Division members are going to such nations with such peculiar frequency. Well before the problems I described worsen, no less. I won't press as to where you came by such information, as curious as I am. But I will say this. At its most basic level, these actions are about risk management. It's because we've been acting to minimize such risks beforehand that the Army has been able to successfully quell each problem in turn. You keep using the word problem. I feel like you've used that word to describe other things in this very same cutscene. I feel like we mentioned a problem earlier called the crossbell problem. I feel like maybe we mentioned that earlier. And maybe we wrote that down in our notebooks earlier. With the small price of earning the disdain of the people in those nations and an increased risk of terrorism in exchange, can't fucking imagine why. To tell you the truth, I'm rather astounded that you had the courage to come here to Liberl all on your own to begin with. After all, you've made yourself the biggest target for terrorists in all of Erebonia. He keeps saying haha, and it keeps being funny, but not for the reasons you might think. Your concern is touching, Your Highness. I would ask that you not trouble yourself with my safety. I employ some very skilled subordinates, tasked primarily with eliminating the risk of terrorists' attacks against me. Yeah? Yeah, I bet. I bet. I count like, what, 3 or 4? By my count. Let's not worry about that yet. Really now. That Lecter is one of those, I assume? Could be. Could be. He's saying haha again. Keeps saying haha. I don't think he's laughing, though. Rather peculiar fellow, isn't he? But a very useful one all the same. Working out the scheduling for this trip and taking all the necessary precautions to ward off terrorist threats were both his doing. And thanks to his commendable efforts, I can depart for Crossbell. It is. I can depart for Crossbell, free from worries, as soon as I've finished my business here. Crossbell. Are you surprised? I'll be participating in a top-secret discussion with a representative of the Crossbell government. Recently, a large amount of funding has been flowing into the country through Republican channels, putting our allies on the defensive. Republican channels being a reference to Calvard, the Calvard Republic. Always meant to visit at some point, and this seemed the perfect opportunity. Are you out of your mind? Crossbell's full of enemies, and different factions at each other's throats. Here, it's now even a hotbed for terrorists and criminal organizations because of its position as a buffer state. We're writing all this down in our notebooks, right? Just want to make sure that we're writing this all down in our notebooks. Does that really sound like a place Take 2. Does that really sound like a place the Erebonian Chancellor should be going even on an unofficial visit? Point of order. Crossbell is the location for the next 2 games in the series. So that's why the mention of Crossbell coming up a lot more is relevant. It's because after this game, when we move on to Trails from Zero, we are actually going to be going to Crossbell. Surprised that you... Take 2. I'm surprised to hear you advocating caution in the face of potential danger, Your Highness. I was under the impression you wanted me fucking dead. After all, it was you who flew onto an ancient city at great risk to your own safety and returned unharmed after surveying it. Compared to such rousing risk-taking. Jesus. Excuse me. My visit to Crossbell will be child's play. As I'm sure you're aware, you're regarded as something of a hero back in Erebonia now. To see a hero make a grand return befitting his newly minted legend and aboard the famous Arcee, no less. Naturally, our hero has also taken the time to ensure that every well-known newspaper and magazine are aware of his homecoming, too. Well, I have no doubts that your triumphant arrival will be every bit as glorious as it has played out in your imaginings, Your Highness. This motherfucker. How's he know everything? How's this motherfucker know everything, man? Haha. Do be sure to capitalize on this chance as best you can to build yourself a firm foothold. I expect great things from you, after all. Oh, hey, Lecter. What's going on, bud? Scree. Hey, buddy. You haven't changed a bit, huh? Scree. Really? Sounds like a ton's happened, huh? It's nice to see you and your master doing alright. Scree. Lecter. Well, good day to you, Your Highness. Pray I'm not causing any trouble by taking a tour of the castle like this. View from this terrace certainly is beautiful, isn't it? What happened to you, Lecter? How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne? Sorry, I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You perchance mistaking me for someone else. Your name is Lecter Arundel. You are the student council president at Genus Royal Academy, which you attended before leaving suddenly 2 years ago. So no, I am not mistaking you for someone else. But that's where you're wrong, because my name is actually Lecter Arundel. I can certainly see how our names could become mixed up, however, they are scarily close. Still, now you know. Please just call me Lek. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to call you Lek. That's a stupid name. Don't try and joke around with me, Lecter. Do you have any idea how worried all of us were when you just disappeared without a word? You submitted your notice to leave the academy and then were never seen again. Even the otherwise calm Leo let out a cry of anger when he found out. And all Lucy could do was give a sad smile and say, "This is just like him," the whole time, with tears in her eyes. Jill and Hans were heartbroken, and so was I. Yet after all this time, you finally show yourself, knowing full well that I'm here, and this is how you act, by pretending you're someone else? Haha. They all like to say haha. It's a very, very common thing for Trails characters to say, apparently. Lecter. Sorry. No need for the scary glare. Still taking things way too seriously. Looks like it'll take more than stepping up as Crown Princess to change that part of you. Oh. You know, seeing you makes me feel kind of relieved. I just figured if someone like you became Crown Princess, you'd have virtually no freedom to do anything other than work. From all that's reached my ears, it sounds like you're actually doing alright for yourself. You even made some great new friends after I left the academy, didn't you? Nice. I sure did. Nonetheless, it's thanks to you that I was able to change it all. You're the one who gave me the first push in the right direction. Never got the chance to thank you properly after you left. But all this time, I've always been grateful to you. Well, consider me honored. Do I get a kiss in return? No, you're gonna get smacked. You do not. I may feel respect toward you, but nothing romantic. That's a bummer. There was me, all taken in by how pretty you'd become, wondering if this could be the start of something downright magical. And what happens instead? My dreams of romance and sweet smooches are crushed to nothing before they can even begin. I know you don't mean a word of that, you know. You're looking very sharp yourself, though. It's surprising to see. Every time I've seen you before today, it was in that heavily frayed uniform worn in the most sloppy way imaginable. Fucking got him. I think you'll find I was merely making a fashion statement. That wasn't laziness or slobbishness. Every part of it was carefully calculated and considered to have maximum effect. Scary thing is, I actually believe you. You always seemed as if you cared for nothing but having fun and causing trouble. Yet when it came down to it, you were wise beyond your years. And I've finally seen part of the reason behind that today. I'll ask you again, Lecter. How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne like this? Just what happened to you between you submitting your notice to leave the academy and now? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like that backstory maybe in like 6 games from now? Do you now? Haha. I have to admit, I never imagined that would be the case. On the contrary, I was expecting you to tell me to back off. Oh, Adios forbid. What reason would I have to suggest such a thing? After all, at the end of the day, our positions are functionally the same. Not sure I understand. Do you not think so? Personally, I find it difficult to believe that you would not harbor some hatred toward Erebonia as it is today. A grand empire clinging to the glories of a bygone era, ruled by the nobility and shackled by meaningless conventions. Am I wrong? You are not. People call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor, as though I hold the whole of Erebonia in the palm of my hand. But in reality, my position is far more tenuous. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly, but outside its walls, the nobility holds far more sway than any of them. And while it is true that I hold a great amount of power in the form of the Imperial Army, even then I only truly command around 70% of it. The remainder is loyal to the nobility, who also maintain their own private armies. With those factored in, my advantage shrinks substantially. You're writing this in your notebooks, right? This is like... It's not required reading for Cold Steel 1, but it certainly helps set the world building for Cold Steel 1 a little bit better. So you see, I'm still very much in the midst of a battle to truly exert control. Which is why you're building railways all over the country to expand your area of influence. And you've been annexing new territory to that same end. As I've long thought, you clearly understand me better than anyone else. That is why I'll say this once again, work with me, Your Highness. With your support, our nation will be able to bring about real reform faster than ever. The noble faction, capital letters, that means you should write it down in your notebook, bloated with its centuries of decadence, can be stopped before they even have the chance to unify against us. Surely that's what you desire more than anything. Let me just ask a simple question, Chancellor. What connection do you have with Ouroboros? I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I will say this, however, I'm a firm believer in using every resource at my disposal in the name of achieving reform. That's the way I believe in handling politics. I see. Well, it certainly does seem as though we would see eye to eye in many ways, and that's all the more reason why I'm afraid I must refuse your offer. Is that so? Yes, I find it difficult to like the rotten noble faction that exists in the Empire. Or perhaps you're right that hate is the more appropriate word. My feelings of fear towards your methods are far greater than my feelings of hatred towards the nobles. That smirk, though. That fucking smirk, though. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians with a delusive utopia to whip them into an Let's try that again. Take two. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians with a delusive utopia to whip them into an enthusiastic frenzy. No doubt by successfully convincing the people, the old guard will fall into the metaphorical firestorm created. And yet by then, the gears will have already begun turning. There will be no satisfying a roused populace with a thirst for revolution. The storm will just keep growing larger and more ravenous, engulfing anything and everything in its wake. You know this, don't you, Chancellor? But of course. After all, that's what I intend to happen. It's the first stage of my reforms. Be more than happy to share further details with you if you were to decide to work with me, Your Highness. In the meantime, I wish you well in strengthening your foothold back in the Empire. Of course, if that's your intention, you'll find it a necessity to work with those nobles you so despise. You do truly see through everything, don't you? Well, that sounds like the noon bell. The airship should be arriving shortly. Which means it's time for me to take my leave, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing you again in the capital in 2 weeks' time. Take it the discussion is over then. What's wrong? You look awfully tired. Oh, nothing. Just feeling awed anew at what a monster I decided to pick a fight with. Oopsie. Think it's probably about time for the airship to arrive. I'm gonna have to stop you there and get going. What? See ya, Sieg. Next time I see you, I'll bring you some Erebonian salami as a souvenir, okay? It's great. Wait, are you planning to just disappear without telling me anything a second time? Yeah, actually. Bye. Got an important question for you. Did you fall in love with someone while I was away? No. Hit the nail on the head, huh? That's so cute. First love, right? How's that feel? Heart all flutter 1 minute, end of the world the next? Don't you dare start teasing me. I have a sword. I will stab you. But you're right, though. I did. You rejected me in this very spot not that long ago. Wait, you're joking, right? It's a coincidence I didn't see coming. I'm not so sure about that. Feels like you know everything sometimes. Not some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing divinity. That's what makes the world so interesting to me. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Happy for you, Chloe. Knowing the pain of lost love's what makes a girl blossom, in my humble opinion. You feel like the whole experience let you get a step closer to the person you want to be? Well, what about you? Do you feel you're getting closer to becoming the person that you want to be? By being at the Chancellor's side? Kinda hard to do that when I don't have a person I want to be to begin with. Just sticking with them because it feels like it'll be fun, that's all. Doing it since before I joined the academy, in fact. There it is. You have? Prince is proving surprisingly capable. Still isn't a match for the Chancellor. Tell him to watch his back, alright? So he doesn't get swallowed up by that monster after he gets tired of dancing. Doing that anime thing where they wave while they're walking away. Goodbye, Lecter. Calabria International Airliner, bound for the Principality of Remiferia, will be departing momentarily. We're going to Remiferia, apparently, for some reason. Thought they were going to Crossbell. And off it goes. So that was the Blood and Iron Chancellor. Can't believe he actually went out of his way to use a civilian airship when he probably has a private one of his own. Heard rumors about how out of the ordinary he is, but he lives up to all of them. Keeps me on my toes, to put it playfully enough. Him aside, thanks for coming all this way to see me off, Shara. Huh. I was lucky I just happened to have business here at the right time. Feels like this is going to be the last chance we get to see one another for a while, after all. Rather unfortunate, as my dream is and always was to live away my days in the lap of luxury, surrounded by women as beautiful as you. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, that's certainly never going to happen. Changing the subject, though, who was the young man at the Chancellor's side? I got it on the replay. He didn't strike me as your ordinary guy. No, you could tell. But of course. Say I'm used to running into people who are out of the ordinary at this point. We've sure fought enough of them. His name's Lecter Arundel. He's a secretary who was sent here by the Imperial government. Apparently, he was the one who planned out all the details of the Chancellor's visit to Liberl. Can't pretend to know much regarding his background, but he's exceptionally skilled at what he does. Actually, I know a little. And so she told them. Unbelievable. Then, someone connected to the Chancellor had visited Liberl first. Then he's very likely to have had his own veritable information network established here long before I even came up with the idea. It's safe for us to assume that's the case, which also means that it's safe to assume he knows every detail about all that's happened here since. From the coup d'etat to the crisis regarding the Auriel, all of it. He's probably even listening to what you're saying right now. Actually gave me a message to pass on to you earlier. Watch your back so you don't get swallowed up by that monster when you get tired of dancing. It was a really weird thing, but he assured me that you'd know what it meant. Sure knows how to sting where it hurts, doesn't he? I feel like I can see a whole new world of pleasure opening up before my eyes. You should know better. Getting outdone at every turn like this is really not my style. What do you mean? Captain Schwarz? I have a little favor I'd like to ask for when we're in the air. Now this is actually a really important scene, because this gets referenced. This is going to get referenced in future games. So, maybe don't forget this scene happens. I'm rather impressed with how Prince Olivert has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he will have his uses to be certain. You would say that, given that you think of everyone as your pawns. There's me, the prince, that's society. Indeed, and I am much the same. We are but pawns on the vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place over the next 6+ games. But it's because you, too, wish to see how that game plays out that you've chosen to stand with me, is it not? Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget that this piece right here might not be loyal forever. And such a betrayal would be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I'd never considered the possibility it may happen? Just thought I'd come out and say it. How are the other Iron Bloods doing, by the way? How are the other Iron Bloods doing, by the way? He said, saying something that's worth writing down in the notebook. They're all doing very well, by the sound of it. The rate things are going, there's a chance all of the prince's efforts will be for naught. Perhaps I ought to hold back on him a little. Sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him off so easily if I were in your shoes. What? This music is fucking really good. What? Heh. These look like rose petals. If you look out the windows on the right-hand side of the airship, you'll be able to see the famous high-speed cruiser, the Arcee. Been informed that it is on its way to the Imperial capital with Prince Olivert of the Erebonian Empire on board, but he has also given us a message to relay to all the passengers on board today. I give thanks to Adios for the good fortune to have been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings, and of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. That marks the end of his message. What a great fucking character, dude. I love Olivert. There's a case to be made that he's kind of the main character of the whole series. He's not, but he kind of is. Never thought there, excuse me, was a bigger dumbass in this world than me, and here we are. Very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me. If you feel like you just witnessed the stage being set for the next part of the series, you are correct. That is exactly what we just witnessed. Alright, here we are an hour later. Gonna drop a save. So hi guys, how we doing? Did we want progress today? You silly, silly fool. Why would you think that? Why would you think progress? No progress. Doors. Alright. Here's what we're doing. You ready? No, not Joshua. We're gonna bring Richard. And then we're gonna bring Chloe. I've been informed that Richard is the guy. No. Shut up. Alright. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna set you up. He probably was set up the best way anyway, but attack 4. Action 4. Let's see what other like cool things we have. What's Heaven's Eye? Combines the effect eagle. No, I don't care about that. What's Divine Eye? What does this do? Oh, I don't care about that. I do care about that from like a Sepith standpoint, but not from an actual effect standpoint. What's Ingenuity? Small amount of no, I don't care about that either. Although he's not real. Richard isn't really an arts guy. He's more of a crafts guy. So we don't really care too much about what arts he gets. Chaos Brand isn't bad though. The spiders are going to be immune to that. It's Yin Yang, Haze, and Heal. That's useful. That's pretty useful. Shove that in there. What else? What can we make? Let's find out what we can make. What do we got here? It's Topaz Gem. No, don't care about any of those. Water. What's Water Gem? HP up. Okay. Sapphire Gem is magic attack up. Freeze. It's not bad, but nah, it's not really. We already got him attack 4. This is attack 5. Evade 4. Do we have that, right? Yeah. So we can give him that. Impede 4 would be very helpful also. I'm gonna go ahead and make that. Alright, so let's give him... Nope. Let's give him... Impede 4 and Evade 4. He's got a lot of wind. And then we've got 2 more quartz that we can give him. Action 4 is obviously great. Cast 2 I don't think really is that necessary. Space, what do we got? Move. Range isn't bad. That's arts effects. Hit 4. I guess you can have hit 4. There's not really any benefit to it, but... like, I guess this is just so he doesn't miss. It's fine. And then... HP. Let's give him an HP 4. Might as well do that. Alright, so I kind of made him, like, extra stacked on purpose. Alright, so he's there to be, like, stacked. Let's also equip him. Let's make sure we've got the good equipment on him. I don't know what weapon does he use. Does he use the same kind of thing as, like this? No. He's one of these. Alright, so Subaru. Let's get him a Subaru. Preferably a Legacy. Not so much a... The Impreza's okay, but the Legacy's better. It's a car joke. That is a car joke, because Subaru is a car. Alright, so he's equipped with the best... those things. Accessories. Definitely want Petrify Resist on everybody. Do we have... I don't think we have anything that, like... Oh, Joshua. Oh, Joshua. Shit. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Let's boot Chloe for Joshua real quick. Just so I can unequip him. Take the Tiger Heart off. I guess the Skull Pendant off too, that's fine. Alright. And then... let's put Chloe back. Not Ren. Ren's good, don't get me wrong, Ren's good, but I need the healing. Let's look at Chloe's ornament. I'm gonna ditch everything. We're just gonna start over with her too. Now she's fully opened up. So we can put anything on her. Which is gonna be very helpful. So water quartz and everything's in one circuit, so that's really good. HP 4, obviously we want heal. I mean, realistically, this is probably, you know, we're probably just giving her back everything we just took off. But I think EP Cut 4 is good. So she'll have all of these. Having Shadow Spear is good. She needs Action 4. Do we have Action 4? Action 3? Nope, we're going to make an Action 4. Let's make that. Set her up with an Action 4. Set her up with... it's Falcon Eye. How does that do? Probably want her to have some wind, right? So, Scent, is that good? Potentially. It's Divine Eye, which is good. What does she need for Athelas? Oh, Earth. That's all right. We have food items. That'll be faster. Let's go with Cast. Cast, I think, makes the most sense. Right. Yeah, do we not? We don't have one. All right. Let's get that on there. Okay. I like it. Now, Estelle. We're gonna dismantle you also. I want you, since we don't have Kevin, you're gonna be the one who's gonna be setting up Earth Walls. Alright, so I'm gonna give you attack 4 because that's good, just good for you to have that. You're gonna need action 4, but if we only have action 3, that's fine. That's fine. What do we need for Earth Wall? We need 8 Earth and 4 space. That should not be a problem. I don't want do I want defense though? That's a lot. I guess I have to. Eh, whatever. Lowers her strength, but whatever. That's fine. She's here to set up Earth Walls. That's her main deal. Defense. And then... Falcon Eye. Actually, EP Cut does the job, right? Yeah. There you go. So that gives her a lot of support arts. Let's give her HP 4. So she can get some healing in there. Evade 3 is good. No, it's not. No, it's not, because why? We have so much Sepith. How about Evade 4? How about we just give her that? Why settle for less? Evade 4. And then... Heaven's Eye. Should get some good use out of that. Should get some stuff. Why not? There you go. All right. Now you got absolute dog shit. So we're gonna have to rebuild you also. You're gonna be offensive. Gonna make you nice and offensive. Mirage Quartz. Let's get you set up with a good Mirage Quartz. as your source. EP4 sounds pretty good. There we go. It's a good start. Let's give you attack 4. Let's fire. Let's give you action 4. Put those... We definitely want action 4 to go here. Attack 4, does that combo with anything to give you good stuff? Not really, so we can put that here. What does this give you? It's not bad at all, Scent. Gives you some good stuff. Evade 3 is pretty good. P-Cut 3 is not bad. Can go up and give you P-Cut 4. What's this one? More Sabbath. That's, I mean, that's good too. Is that better down here, maybe? Sure. Let's give you... EP cut 4. It's luck. It's okay. I feel like Scent is good because it just gives more options. Mind 4 isn't bad either. You know what? That's fine. Alright, I think that's good. Now as equipment goes, Mirage Ring. Mirage Ring Plus? Sure. No, fuck that. You get it. You get Mirage Ring Plus. I'm also going to give you the... What is it? The tiger thing? Tiger Eye? Tiger Heart? Yeah. No. Was that not something for... Oh, shit. Kevin has it. Unless it's something that's in here. Unless it got, like, put back. Does Kevin have it? It's the thing that gives more CP? God damn it. He does have it. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. Mirage Ring, and then... Not worried about, like... Not worried about death blows. I don't think that's really something I gotta worry too much about. Give her that. Alright. I feel a lot better now. So what does he have in terms of... Can I see what his, like, crafts are? Luminous Divider, True Luminous Wheel, True Luminous Ogre Slash. I don't know what those mean, but... It's okay. Hey, Kevin, can I get your equipment off you right quick? Alright. We're gonna try this. Let's see if this works against these fucking spiders. I'm not thrilled about it, but if we can make it work, that's fine. Alright. Here we go. We're gonna attempt these spiders. Okay, we already know this. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Spiders. So, the conventional wisdom is to grind CP. Is to grind CP off of the last spider before like killing it. So you can get everybody back up to whatever it is that, you know, being able to do your like unload your S-crafts. Alright, so yeah, this is the one we want to save for last. Right? Alright. Let's take out this one. Let's heal Chloe. And then you, what do your crafts do? You got this. I mean, that's just big damage. Impede. And then also damage. Okay. So that's fine. So what do you do as far as like just straight... Oh, you have no movement. Love that for you. Alright. Well. It's okay damage, but not good damage. You'll reach eventually, and then it'll move. Alright, so Estelle's just going to be here to heal for a lot of the time, I think. Estelle can also cast Earth Wall, which I think we'll want to try to do. Not bad damage. Fuck. Don't like that. Who are we impeding? Can't impede that one. Alright, well, at the very least, we can lower defense of the thing we're targeting. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Alright, can we Earth Wall? Yeah, Earth Wall these guys. Okay. It's not bad. Damn it. Alright. Do you have Earth Wall? You have Earth Guard. Okay, that's fine. You can... Yeah. Nice. Alright. We're gonna try Earth Wall again. Probably not gonna let me do it. Can I move? Nope. No, I cannot. Alright, well then... Let's... Earth Guard. Alright. Can you move much? You can. What do we want to do? We want to do this one. Lower defenses. Okay. Nobody's in desperate need of healing. Yeah, so what's a crest? It's alright. Saint. That's not bad. You know what? Earth Guard feels better. Can we buff? Do we have, like, clock up? Yeah. get you boosted also. And then you can Earth Guard yourself. Nobody still really needs healing. We can go ahead and do a heal though. Let's do a group heal. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Don't do that. Okay. You're gonna go ahead and do this. You're gonna get as far as you can over here. You're gonna keep casting Earth Guard. Making our way over. You can't impede. But you can heal. And back up to full. Cast Earth Guard on Chloe. Let's see. Keep going for like... What's Phantom Pain? That's alright. Clock up. Not sure if he still has clock up on him or not, but... Let's give it to him again. And then you... I'm gonna clock up on you. You are gonna Earth Wall over here. No, just Earth Guard on him. Okay. Alright. Now, we're gonna do this again. Defense minus 30. He resists. Okay, well, that's not great, but let's go ahead and do this. And see how this goes. Almost. What do we want to do here? We want to do... Earth Guard on Estelle. Doesn't matter, it's done. Not bad. Not bad. Gonna let those numbers rack up. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. What's up with that last one? That was so unfair. Must have been Zigma, the Three Sisters' mother. And even she was not able to stop us, thankfully. What? That looks like... Got a Sealing Stone. I don't know about that. Another Sealing Stone, huh? Honestly figured Ren's was going to be the last. I think this one may actually be different. The other stones had a strange sense of warmth when you held them. Not so for this one. Really? Is it because it has something bad in it? No, instead of the usual warmth, it seems to have a cool, almost divine feel to it. Almost as if it might contain the goddess herself within. Yeah. Sharp as usual. Who's that? So you decided to show your face again, did you? Haha, the priest is still unconscious, I see. What a shame. I was rather surprised to find out that he can only use his stigma's powers against heretics. Even power of that magnitude is meaningless if it's so limited and has such repercussions. I almost pity him. To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting you to reach this point so quickly. Your final piece is inordinately capable. You mean Ren? Thanks to her, I ended up having to make my appearance sooner than I was expecting. Should have assumed no less from the host of Gransel's finest tea party. How do you know about that? Regardless, I came to fulfill a duty, and fulfill it I shall. Think of that stone as a gift for gathering all the pieces scattered throughout Phantasma. It contains not an additional piece, but a rulebook of sorts that you may find beneficial. A rulebook? Certainly explains why it feels different compared to the others. Could this mean that you're finally ready to face us head-on rather than continuously taunting us? Whether that time comes is entirely up to you. For now, all I will say is this. On the next game board, all of you will find yourselves face-to-face with a number of trials to overcome. He's escaping again. Wait a damn minute. Is that all you've got to say? What kind of trials? Variety in all shapes and sizes. Even I will be one of them. You? I eagerly anticipate seeing whether you are able to overcome them all and make it to me. Don't disappoint me now. Well, that guy's a dick. Oh. It's almost as if he can't help but try to taunt us. He stays just long enough to say something cryptic and then leaves before elaborating every single time. Like I said, he's kind of a dick. I just love those types. Something wrong, Estelle? No, it's nothing. Anyway. Excuse me. One moment, please. And we're back. Might have gotten nothing but cryptic teasers out of him, but we do have a new ceiling stone to unlock. I think we should head back to the garden and get to it. Quite curious as to just what this rulebook is as well. Yeah. The way it glows is pretty different compared to the other ceiling stones. Chloe? Oh, it's just the light radiating from it feels somehow nostalgic. Huh? That comes as no surprise. There she is. It's her. What? She looks like. I'm so glad I can finally communicate with you like this. Wonder how many hundreds of years it's been since I was last able to hold a true conversation. Your Highness? Well, wait. You aren't, are you? It's a pleasure to have the chance to meet one of my own descendants. And allow me to extend a hand of welcome to all of you visitors to my garden. My name is Celeste. Celeste D. Osleys. Oh, we know that name from Sky Second Chapter. Chapter 5 finished. I'm gonna do that save. Alright. And onward we go. Into Chapter 6. You've reached the... Try that again. You've reached the Emerald City Church. How may I help you? Oh, is that you, Kevin? Didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just going to leave a message with the priest. Oh, hey, Rufina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. Rufina, huh? How about you? When do you think you'll be getting here? I'm going to be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. Probably won't be getting there until this evening now. Gotcha. I'll wait here till you arrive. Think Reese and the kids would get all bent out of shape if I showed up without you. Oh, please, I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although speaking of Reese, I hope you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up. I've got it all planned out. Been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission I've been going to. Should be enough to snap her out of her funk. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you think. Yep. And I guess she's not really a kid anymore now that she's 13, but still. Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right? Now that you mention it, it was. How time flies. Sorry, looks like the train's about ready to leave. I'm going to have to go. See you later then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go on home ahead of me, of course. Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. Have I really not been home in 2 years? I guess that makes 9 since I met Rufina. Hope Reese isn't too grumpy when we finally get there. Kevin. What is it, Father? Something bad happened? Well, I've just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black at the edge of town. What's worse is they were supposedly heading for the mountain path. You don't think... If they were, Astor House must be their target, I fear. Do you have any idea what could be going on? Wish I did. Doubt it's anything to do with the Gralsritter, at least. Think I should go and check it out just in case. Please do. Do you know when Rufina's going to be arriving, by the way? This evening, by the sound of it. She said her train's been delayed. When she arrives, can you let her know just what happened? Oh dear. Damn it, Jaegers. Seems like there's anywhere between 5 and 10 of them. What could they want with a gospel facility to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in there, the more danger the kids are in. Gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use. I'm gonna kill some people. The Guardian's Trials. Celeste? Isn't that the name we saw in those data crystals? That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the Oriole. She's also the founder of Liberl's current royal family. I'm glad to see the information I left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. So then you're really the founder of Liberl's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celeste Osleys. Think of me as something of a shadow. Or a partial copy, her personality created in order to influence Phantasma from within. Now, can you only be a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be a spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. That is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about the world we are in. About what the world we are in is first. You can do that? This should be interesting. Here we go. Here's the lore dump. As you're aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This is a world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousands of years ago by the Oriole. Created by the Oriole. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the Oriole, in order to incorporate and process the will of the Liber Arc's populace. One might call it a self-organized world designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Huh? You lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the Oriole in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. So how, like, the Oriole's able to just, like, kind of create... It's the Septarian of space, right? So it's able to just, like, create shit per the will of the people of the Liber Arc. This is where it does that. That's better. What exactly qualifies Phantasma as fictitious? Can't help but think it far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I say a fictitious world, I don't mean to suggest that Phantasma is a complete lie. It's more like a shadowgraph or kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and can change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does this make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes. And suddenly the name Phantasma seems that much more appropriate. As I stated previously, it was a subsystem of the Oriole rather than being the Oriole itself, and it helped to grant people's desires. They were separate entities, but effectively like two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught our eye as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanism you used to seal away the Oriole? That was also in the data crystals left behind. Exactly. First, we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the Oriole had absolute control over space itself and was able to influence mankind's every action. Even after coming upon the idea of temporarily freezing it and imprisoning it with a gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simply ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss. You had discovered your foe's weakness, but had no way to take advantage of it. Must have been quite the frustrating predicament, says Oliver, who has no relevant, connection to such things. Indeed, and yet our perseverance rewarded us with the development of something that could take advantage of that weakness, the Recluse Cube. Yeah, that thing. As the only object in existence able to interact with Phantasma without relying on the Oriole as an intermediary. Celeste used that to create a partial copy of her personality, that is, me, inside Phantasma. And once inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. As a result of my efforts, the Oriole's processing ability was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed. He who catches his foe off guard wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts, too. Sounds like you really put a lot of thought into planning everything. Maybe, but I can't deny that luck played a part in the end. Once the Oriole was sealed away, my work was done, and I fell into a deep sleep here. My reason being that if the Oriole were ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. I'm pleased you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however. Luck's played a huge part for us, too, though. We're not even sure where the Oriole is now. As far as we're aware, it disappeared during all that happened at the Liber Arc. Thought as much. I was able to confirm the Oriole's disappearance from here within Phantasma, too. When I did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over, and that all that was left for me in this land was to embrace a slow and peaceful destruction. But that was not to be. Soon the Lord of Phantasma appeared. So that's when it happened. Quite a recent development, I see. Lord of Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, stealing all of my power before I was even aware what happened. After doing so, they began to remake Phantasma in accordance with their own designs. Both this world's current structure and the planes that make it up were all the Lord of Phantasma's creations. Looks like your theory was correct, Ren. Still, that makes it sound like... Yeah. So you don't know who that masked bastard is either, then? I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they should not have been able to gain access to this world in the first place. I'm afraid I have no idea what they are trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be of more help. The only other thing I can say about them is that I suspect the Lord of Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane. There's a 7th? What makes you think that? It was the first plane they created after appearing in this world. Just what kind of a place that plane is, I don't know. But I can sense dark, inhuman thoughts from there, and they're spreading out across the whole of Phantasma. That doesn't sound good. We'll be seeing them after the next one, won't we? Yeah, we just finished the 5th when we came back here. Presuming they're waiting for us on the 7th, the time to fight them head-on may not be that far off. Yeah, I was getting tired of waiting. As was I. It seems the end may finally be in sight now. If only we had some sort of inkling as to what the Lord of Phantasma is trying to achieve. Actually, I just might. Kevin! He's back! Kevin? You're up. Good to see you again, Father. You too. Wasn't expecting you, of all people, to get an invitation here. Or you, for that matter, little lady. I'm sure you weren't. I've got something I want to ask you. But I suppose that can wait until later. For sure. Are you sure you're feeling alright? Right as rain. Feeling just great. All that sleep must have done me a lot of good. I see you guys made a whole lot of progress while I was out cold, too. Yeah. Kevin Graham. Maybe I don't need to introduce myself since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's come in here so far. True, I was able to tell what was happening at the Liber Arc from the garden. Out of all of the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what is happening here, am I wrong? What? No, I don't think you are. Can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is, but got a pretty good idea as to who's responsible for all this. Can only think of one person twisted enough to put us through all we've been through. Wait, is it someone you know? You could say that, yeah. Short version is, they're a real piece of work. Cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of a bitch who doesn't even see people as people. That about sums up who we're dealing with. Sounds like a real awful guy. And who, may I ask, is it that you're talking about? Well, about that. Would you be willing to wait just a bit longer for the answer to that one? Pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that'll let me be completely certain. I think we'll find out just what that is in the 6th plane. I thought we were finally going to get an answer. Is there a reason you can't share your theory as is? Yeah, I realize I'm asking a lot after we've come so far, but I promise that as soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. Swear on the goddess's name and on the church's emblem. Well, I don't see any reason to say no. Likewise, he's clearly got his reasons. It's not often you ask us for favors, so I can let it slide. No problem here. We gotta go through everyone and make sure they all say there's no problem. He says, wait, I'll wait. I feel as though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either. Me either. They all have to say it. Alright, great. Okay, we're all in agreement. Everybody loves everybody. Alright. Kevin gonna take the lead again. Great. So I think I'm gonna stick with the team I've built so far. For now, anyway. I won't make you promise not to put yourself in danger or to overdo it, but don't do anything that would make Rufina sad. You really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you? So, will you promise? Yeah, I promise. Swear on her name I won't. There you go. Alright. We can do whatever we want here, so that's good. I'm going to put Estelle in the party for now. And then you. And then you. Only so that I can unequip Estelle. I mean, that's... honestly... she got equipped. You know what? She's actually fine. Alright. So we're gonna rock out with this team for the time being. Kevin needs to be redone with his orbment setup. So I'll have him kind of focus on arts. Time chords. So do we have an action 4? We have memory. What's memory? I don't care about that. Alright, let's get him an action 4. That's good. Action 4. Let's get him... Oh, we have a ruby gem. That's interesting. I'm going to put that on Richard. I'm not going to put that on Richard. I'm going to open up Richard's slot. And then I'm going to put the ruby gem on Richard. There we go. And then you are going to get that attack 4. I think I can put that one here safely. I want you to get... EP cut is good for you. I guess you can get a defense. Defense 4. Go for that. That's fine. That's mostly for purposes of getting like Earth Wall and stuff. But Mind 4. No, that's pointless. That's not pointless. Attack 4 is kind of pointless. Because he's more going to be... He's going to be more of a magic attacker. So what do I want him to know how to do? Silverthorn? Silverthorn would be cool. 20, 12, and 4. Alright, let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Let's put that here. Let's not do that. Oops. Jesus. Alright. So we need... 20. That's going to be a bit tough, I think. Mirage. Let's give you EP4. And hit 4. See what we can do there. There's Silverthorn. Okay. That got it done. So then we can put defense. We can put attack. And then here we can put something like it's memory. Luck. Blind. You know what? Blind is actually kind of good. Falcon Eye gives him some healing, so you know what? Let's do that. I'm good with that. And then let's make sure everybody's equipped. Sherwood. Go for it. Nobody else has anything good on here? No. And then armor. Okay. Let's get him equipped up. That one. And that one. There we go. And there we go. So we'll rock out with this team for a bit. I don't know if we want to do story. Do we want to try to do... Do we want to try to do doors? What doors do we currently have open available to us? Moon door, we're done with all of those. We don't have 5 yet. We can do Star Door 5 and 6. 6 is long. I don't think we have enough time for that. 5 is also kind of long. It's also going to be difficult. So, I kind of don't want to do that either. Sun door, oh god. Really don't want to do those. Battle HP recovery and strength up? That's not bad. Speed up. Mueller was good, right? Let's keep going with you. Alright, let's do progress. Let's do progress. Let's see what happens at the very least. We've got like a little over half an hour. Got a little over a half an hour. Warps the 6th plane. Time to hop to it. Kevin. No need for the sad face, Reese. We can't afford to stand around talking here. We need to get moving. Okay, then. Okay, then. Oh. Scenic route near the Liberlian royal family's villa, huh? It's probably be more dangerous than scenic this time around, though. Alright. Alright. There's a monument. Okay. See what we got going on here. Do some exploratizing. Hello. What is your deal? Giant evil statue, huh? Well, it doesn't do anything. Alright. What are you weak to? Not bad damage. Soul Blur. Soul Blur. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so Kevin's not doing much damage. It's because he's a lot less leveled, as it turns out. That could certainly be a factor. But they level up quick, don't they? They sure do. Alright, let's, I don't know which way we're going, so let's just kind of poke around. We got enemy over here. Soul Blur. Goodbye. Alright, Kevin's damage output blows. Don't know how I feel about it. What is this? Okay. Okay, I guess this is fine. Hey, buddy. Oh, hello. What do we got? Silver gem. Don't you have better things to do? Not really. It's a silver gem. That's EP4, right? That's an EP5? I think it's an EP5. You can take it. You can't. As it turns out, you can't. You can't do that. Alright, well, we'll do it eventually. Where's this gonna take me? This way. Okay. Nice. Okay, going this way. Let's. Not sure what this way is. I always get lost in this place. Don't really know why I do, but I do. Do tend to get quite lost in this place. Big damage. Small damage. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not great. Don't do that. Getting those level ups. Sakura Morning Moon. Alright. Not sure what that is, but I'm sure it's good. How could it not be good? Let's go this way. What's this way? Hello. Hello. Well, that's... You got a bunch of you guys. It's quite a few of yous. Don't hurt me. It's mean. It's mean. Heal everybody up. You know what? You gotta cast magic, because you're better with magic. Rude. Oh my god, you're terrible. Why are you terrible? Why is he bad? I feel like I'm missing something here. Why is he bad? Ugh. Jesus Christ. Can't do any damage. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is here. I mean, that was good.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Level ups certainly help. Oh, this is glowing. There's nothing around here, okay. What dis? The face of the monument is glowing and words are visible upon its surface. What a Phantasma does decree. Here lies the monochrome schoolhouse. Place your hand on this monument. The white wings among your number. Reference to Chloe. What's up? Okay. Gonna need to use this monument. To activate, you need to have a certain member of your team. Okay. That's fine. Alright, well, that's fine because I'm using Chloe anyway, but that means we're gonna have to figure out, like, who the other ones are for. Okay. Let's do it. At least let's get started with it. No, we're good. Touch the monument. Royal Academy, everything's been drained of color. Monochrome schoolhouse. Sure is creepy to be in a world of black and white like this, though. Alright, 5 buildings in all. So what do we do? What do we do? I guess we go in. Hello. What are they weak to? Nothing. No, well that works. Soul Blur. Nice. Okay. Got fish skewers. Spider looks at you angrily for disturbing its living room. You know, I suppose that's fine. Oh, hello. Mira comes and Mira goes. Sometimes it may be lost, but at times that loss can be regained manyfold. Offer 50,000 Mira to me. Oh, God. That's expensive. Not going to do that yet, but we have the money. I'm not sure which starter that is, but we'll look at it later. It is starter 9. Okay. I'm not sure what starter 9 is. I'll have to, like, look into that. Can't reach. Oh, she could do that. Oh, it wasn't much damage. That's okay, though. Anything else going on in here? Enemies. One damage. Okay. So we kind of know what we're doing here. Nice.
Status. My thanks to thee.
That's it? Alright. So there wasn't a thing really to find in here. It was just... There's just stuff. Alright, well, I guess we'll just explore. I thought there was gonna be like... they made a set, like a thing about like, oh, explore every building or whatever. Kind of figured there was gonna be something to do in each of them, but... Did you know Trails in the Sky's Japanese name is Sora no Kiseki? But the Japanese team has fully endorsed the English name to the point where it's used on the cover of the Sora no Kiseki manga in Japan. That's fucking cool. That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. Can I give him, like, Mind 4? It's probably better, right? It's probably better. Maybe he'll do more damage now. I mean, he fucking should do more damage. Yeah, that's notably more damage. Alright, well, that's not gonna work. Go for Tyrol. There we go. Not too bad. Oh. Interesting. Quite interesting. We've got color back. Let's see what that is. We lost color again. Huh? So, what is it? Tactics? It is tactics, okay. Wait, how do I... No, it's just an attack. Okay. So... So... Wait. So killing these guys brought the color back. But killing the other guys... Zero. Okay, great.
O pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Wait, did that not? No, okay. Alright, so we don't want to kill the red guys, we just want to kill the blue guys. Is that right? Is that what I'm to take from this? Okay, that brings the color back. Alright, so we just leave. Color's gone again. I'm very confused. Alright, do we just kill the blue guys? Go everywhere and just kill the blue guys? That's what we're doing? I think that's what we're doing. That's what I'm gonna assume we're doing. There we go. So I take it we kill the blue guys out here too. Just kill all the blue guys. Alright, it doesn't seem too bad. One. Love that. One. Okay, well. Alright, I'm gonna try going in here. There's a red guy. Treasure chest. Okay. I have some ideas for you, but I'm keeping them close to my chest. Ha. Ha ha. It's funny. That is so funny. Fuck. Okay. There's a blue guy up here. Don't punch me, it's rude. Punching me is quite rude. And color returns. Alright, I'm assuming my goal is to restore the color. Like, that hasn't been explicitly said, but I think that is the goal. To me, that feels like the goal. It feels like a goal that makes sense to me. Right? It seems like a reasonable goal. Okay, we got blue. Hello. Step right up, grab your free item today. Not you, sir. You've already got yours. Leave some for others. I ask you this. Do you love me? I have the only key that locks the chest. Should you return my love, I wish for us to meet once more in that shop, and together we will forever secure our love inside. It's a blue guy. Let's fight the blue guy. Fuck. Bring back color to the world. Nope. I suppose not. Alright, well, I want to look around out here because I'm assuming there's going to be more blue guys, right? Oh, shit. More money. Think outside the box. There, chest. Like, we definitely want to see if there's any blue guy. Oh, man. Your excuse for thievery is as wooden as I am. Are there more blue? There's got to be more blue guys out. Oh, God. No, shit. Don't want this. There's a blue guy. Rude. Rude. Nice. Mm. Okay. There's still more blue guys out here. It's kind of crazy. Alright, well, let's go in here. Got more guys in here. Plus, we haven't explored this area yet. Chest here. What do we got here? I got more money. Okay. Someone carved a smiley face at the bottom. It was you. It wasn't, as it turns out. It was not me. I didn't do it. You are in fact lying. In fact, you are in fact lying. What's this? Gargan armor. I was filled with something once, but now there's nothing, all because of you. Now that's the truth. That one is in fact the truth. Gargan armor. Good for that. Got a blue dude. Blue dude in the girls' locker room. It's kind of creepy. What are you doing in here, bud? Why are you being creepy? Okay. And that restores color. Still want to check this out. Alright, guess we're good in here. And we need to do this room. This building. Okay. Don't punch Chloe.
O pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Alright. Let's check out all the rooms. Checking out all of the rooms. Soul Blur.
O pitiful souls, may you rest.
Okay. That's it for that room. Got the guy over here. We got 2 rooms over here. Let's see what we got. Nothing in here but a treasure chest. We got Tornado Fan. Alright. Ran out of ideas for messages, so take this treasure instead. But you didn't give me a second treasure. You know, man. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Ow. This team is quite efficient, I must say. The efficiency of the killing is quite good. Killing them quite efficiently. With this. Serum capsule. Nice. Victim's memoirs. I ate my friend today. What else was I supposed to do? I was starving. We both were, and there's no food here. So we decided together that one of us should try to live just a little bit longer. Whoa. Okay. Nicely done. And we've restored color to the schoolhouse. Okay. Did we do the thing? Is that the thing we were supposed to do? Honestly, not really. No, we didn't. I guess we have to go to the... So I missed a blue guy somewhere. It's got to be out here. Whoa. I have definitely missed a blue guy because we still haven't restored color. Unless I'm just not understanding what I'm supposed to do. I don't see any more blue guys. I see a red guy. Another red guy. I don't see any more blue guys, though. What am I missing? I don't know. I don't see another blue guy. There's... oh, okay, hold on. Wait. Oh, motherfucker. Huh. That could have taken a while. Well, fuck that. Alright, did that do it? There we go. We've restored color. I'm gonna drop a save. We'll try going over there. This will be the last thing we do for the stream. Let's heal up because we can. Now, I don't know if we're going into the schoolhouse, the old schoolhouse, or if we're just, like, I don't know what's going to happen here. But, oh. Must thought you guys weren't going to show up. Oh, hey, guys. You guys look like you've just seen a ghost or something. I'm surprised to see us here, huh? Never even seen you before. Members of the Ravens, a group that usually gathers in the harbor area in Ruin City. What are the three of you doing here? Damned if we know. All of a sudden we just were. We're not real by the looks of it. Just imitations of our real selves created by someone or something to do battle with you. Oh. Okay. Okay. I guess we're gonna fight them. Alright. Agate must be a real slave driver. Kinda wish I would have brought Estelle. But that's... Can I just, like, waste them? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, we can kind of just waste them, apparently. Oh, that doesn't do much. Alright. Jesus Christ. Imagine getting hit with that. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying, actually. It's very annoying. White Gehenna. What if we White Gehenna? What if we do that? Can you, like, you can Death Scream. Aight. Stop healing! Oh my god, they just keep healing! Jesus. Alright. Tyrell yourself. And then you can Thelis. Do you have a impede craft? You do. Alright, impede him, please. Impede this motherfucker. Oh, what? Can I? Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh my god, alright. Any of them close to death? Jesus God, man. This shouldn't be... This isn't difficult. It's just... For fuck's sake, man. Alright, Celestial Bomb. This is annoying. Alright. Yeah, do that. Just Kevin, yeah. Jesus, come on, man. Seriously? The insta-kill attack is really shitty. There we go. Got him. Feels like it shouldn't have been that annoying, but that's fine. Yeah. Bye, guys. Alright. Well, with that, I think if we have a chance to stop here, then I think we should. Just vanished. Gonna become bracers, huh? Alright, we're going to the old schoolhouse. Which is fine. We're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that next time on Dragon Ball Z. So thank you guys so much for watching. Whether you're watching live here on Twitch or after the fact on the Twitch VODs, or after the fact on the YouTube VODs, however you're watching, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. So, it's today, 13th? So the next stream is going to be Monday the 17th. Yeah. Totally fine. Monday the 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time until about 9:30-ish. Seems reasonable. I don't think there should be any issue with that. And I'm assuming we can teleport out of here, right? I think we can do that. And then just teleport back. I don't think we're, like, stuck. So we should be okay. To, like, go do a door or something, you know? I may want to try whatever this Stardoor 9 is. And we can also try Stardoor 6. Maybe. Maybe. Can maybe do Stardoor 6. I hate that one, but it's fine. I don't know what Stardoor 9 is. I'll look into what that is, but I have it written down as taking like 20 minutes, so that should be okay. But yeah, we're gonna probably do a couple of Stardoors to start the next stream, and then we will come back here and go to the old schoolhouse and see what's going on there. So that's likely gonna be the next thing. We still have quite a bit to go. I know it said like we're getting close, but I think we still have a ways to go before we're done. So I think there's still quite a bit. Plus, again, the doors take a long time. Although I think we've really knocked out the longest ones, other than Stardoor 6. I think we've knocked out pretty much all of the longest ones. So that's not too bad. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, next time we're going to start with probably Stardoor 6. And maybe Stardoor 9. I'm still holding off on Stardoor 5. I don't know if we're gonna... Might just go ahead and try it and lose. But whatever. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, we'll do that and then we'll continue on with the old schoolhouse. So I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you in the next stream. Good night.